actually do is call them away, and it is not a cowardly act to walk away with your dog, and this is the reason. In the living free, as Tony mentioned as well, flight freeze fight. If you are a sensible species, and there's only one species that does not choose flight, will pick a fight with another. It's usually got a lot to do with alcohol as well, and I don't mean red wine. But you know, that's silly. They will actually avoid confrontation, so they go away. So if you see danger coming towards you, or sorry, somebody else with their dog, which is another pack, which doesn't happen to them living free, if they see another pack they could die, and you walk away, if they bark, you go, good dog, thank you, and walk away. As you've taken a few steps, you can actually go, here sweetheart, bring the dog right to you, do a little bit of stop, start, change direction, and then ask your dog to stay, and then call it to you, food reward, good dog. So then you're making a good association. They think, hey, you're happy when you say that, you're not bothered, and I get something nice. I must tell you that one of the glorious things that happened to me was Sadie, those of you who got the practical, you'll see Sadie doing her stuff, and if you see the DVD, she was doing her stuff. She did that stuff 3 times. It was the practical dog listener, the 7 ages, and the DVD. The only time she did what you see her do, which is the heel come, sit, stay stuff, yeah. In the nearly 8 years I was privileged to have her. And these animals are so tuned in, when they realise it's not a danger. And we got a group of people there, because in those days we used to teach the courses at home, and she was laid in the hallway by the front door. And the postman drove up to the drive, because we live in the country, and he put the letters through the door, and they fell all over her. And she lay there, and she looked at me like, he's done it again. She didn't bark. Why? Because she knew that wasn't a problem. If I hear my dogs bark, there's a reason. Oh, it's not Karen arriving to work, it's not Tanya arriving, it's not... It still is Kay. Kay comes down and they really go berserk at Kay, well, she won't do. But we know she does. You know, if they bark, there is a reason. It's usually an alien, or it might be a delivery van. That's an alien. You've got to know that they mean it. They are not this is not playtime for them. This is serious stuff. Because if you don't alert the pack to danger, then you are in trouble. You could die. And they are absolutely serious. So you imagine this scenario that you go up and you say, good dog, thank you, the dog is over this issue making to you, which means that your visitors can come in. I had a lady contact me the other day, and this I've got to explain to you that if you're sitting here thinking, I really like a dog listener to come and see me, you know, work in your home, they do a great job. And what it is, they come to a home one-to-one consultation, go through this with you very in-depth, and also look at your particular situation and show you how to achieve this within your home. And when they leave, they do a backup service, and there's no time limit on that. That's there for you. Their backup is their colleagues. So if you have a dog listener come to you and they have the experience what you're showing them, they can go back to their home, onto the website, and they can clue into their colleagues worldwide. You imagine how many years of knowledge between 250 people now, and a number that's growing all the time. So it is that backup for them. Now, you may find people who've read the books and tell you I'm a dog listener. We actually know that there are other organisations say they're dog listeners. If they're not on my website, please don't come to me and say it's one of your people. Because every one of our people have to submit reports to me and have to give their clients an evaluation for their work that comes to me. Because we want to make sure they are proud to be part of this quality-controlled organisation. So I really want you to believe that. If somebody said, a lady rang me the other week and she said, I had somebody out and they said, you know, they're a dog listener, and I felt for her. The person that advised her had got some things right. But I said, look, just tell me what's going on. And I had a word with her, because we don't usually do that because it's impossible without seeing the dog. And I just made a few suggestions. She contacted me the other day to say, my visitors came in and didn't get molested. She did it in 4 days. She had seen the DVD and she said she was doing that. But you see what I mean? You can get it very, very quick. And that's because you see visitors aren't visitors, they're danger. If you take your dog, another lady contacted me, this was, I can't remember what country from, it was this week again, to say, and this is how the humans think, and had different list dogs. And it's in danger for the dog. My brother came to visit us. He lives the other side of the country, and we haven't seen him for a couple of years because they've been, very busy, as families do. And our dogs are brothers. So my brother was coming to visit, and to our amazement, the brothers, the dogs, went for each other. Because you see, they were thinking, well, my brother's coming, so therefore my brother's dog, who's a brother to my dog, I've got to go, hey, bro, good to see you. No, it thinks, no, another pack, you die. So when you take your dog anywhere it's new, or somebody comes to you, they are on guard. And some of our people who foster dogs, who take in, which we've been talking, another thing that we're going into, watch the website. My website, so much is happening with dog listening. We're starting our own rescue organisation, not because others aren't doing theirs, but they can't take the really damaged dogs, which we can, and we can work with. So, there's so much exciting stuff, it's unbelievable. It's the whole thing that the dog thinks this way for a very good reason. It's called survival. You've got to appreciate how they feel. They live with their boundaries. Okay, let me just, I'll give you a feeling of how the dog's going to feel. Tonight, just before you go to bed, I want you to do something for me. I want you to unlock your doors, your back door and your front door, unlock them, unlock the windows at the bottom of the house, leave them open, and go to bed and have a good night's sleep. I'll put the telly on or the radio on in your bedroom as well. Who's going to do that? No takers. Why? You would feel threatened. You would be anxious. What does a dog know about locks? Nothing. This is why dogs don't like noise. They like it quiet. How many people have got dogs that seem hypersensitive to noise? That's because shh, 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 shh. Hear that danger, hear that danger. They want it quiet so you can hear danger, threats. Does this all make sense? They can't go in a crazy world. It's marvellous. There's only one species that makes a noise all the time. Others don't. That's one thing about being in Yellowstone that's made it so magic. It's so quiet. And it's glorious. Because the only time there's noise, there's either a problem or there's some signalling going on. Canines become very adaptable to danger. If you are a wolf, you are top predator in your area. And that goes for Ethiopian wolves. They're kind of in the cusp because there's big pussycats there as well. But if you're an African wild dog, you develop big bat-like ears. And when other things kick off, when troubled, you go quiet. And some dogs do this. How many people got a dog that doesn't bark when people come? Yeah, you see. Do you know why? It's like, shh. Pretend we're not here. That's their way of dealing with the danger. Pretend we're not here. Quiet. That's what African wild dogs do. That's their environmental adaptation. Those huge bat ears are just like, why? Because they're not big pussycats where they live. And when you're out in that sort of environment and there is trouble, what you hear is, oh, oh, no roaring, oh, yes, Mr. Lion. And the cheetahs and everybody else done like that. They're in charge. Whereas in Yellowstone, the wolves would kick off because this is our territory. Or the others, the coyotes, they will sing back, the singing dogs. They will certainly make their presence felt. But it's all about avoidance. And you see this danger thing, it is absolutely serious. They have their boundaries. Of course, we don't, do we? You go home tonight and your neighbour has moved a fence 3 foot into your garden. You go, that's okay. Come on. Have part of my garden. Where I live, I'm surrounded by farms, and one farm in particular. And there's a piece of land just beyond my property to the side. It's about the size of that. And she is paranoid. I've been there 6.5 years, and every time we happen to bump into each other, which I don't do a lot, I probably should keep driving, she said, don't forget I own that bit of land. Because what we actually do is, the guys that mow my dog, they mow that bit to make it look smart. That's all. I said, I know it's yours. I don't care. but she has this paranoid bit that she owns about 2,000 acres of land. And it's this bit of land, it does her head in. And your friends don't forget. I know! Just don't have your corned beef sandwich, love. Come on. Have the highlight of your day. I've got other things to do. But you know, we are territorial too, and therefore we defend it. If you didn't, why have you got these fences around your gardens and gates? To let everybody know your boundary, this is where we live. Now if your dog, how many people got a dog that goes down to the bottom of the boundary, blah, 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 blah. Anybody going past? Go ballistic. You can still do thank you, isolate. Because if you think they're not going to hear me down there because they've gone into manic, yeah, because like Tony said, you can't get information if they're going crazy. What I want you to do, very calmly go right up to them. Good dog, thank you. And usually that stage there is so high because it takes you a while to get down there. Have a nice loop type lead, slip it over their head, come on love, and take them into the house calmly and put them away to calm down. Now, this is where you can also use replacing the bad thing with a good thing. You said thank you, they haven't heard you. You've gone up to look, they haven't heard you. You set the lead on, you go, come sweetheart, remember, come. So when they come, you can use food reward, and I'd up guarantee you a bit of cheese or something like that, and just bring them away and take them in. Now, think about that in the logic of, like with Lily with the pole. The dog now goes down, barks, you thank, you bring them away, they get cheese. In the end, they go down, they bark, and they go, no, you say thank you, where's the cheese? Do you see what I mean? And you build it in, and don't think they're going to waste your time tricking you, because they're not out to do that, they're out to work with you. And I should tell you, Tanya talked about this ball thing with Kes and Prue. I had to do with him in France last year, when, one particular time, you got once last year, when he stood there and threw his tennis ball, and they both went, and they looked at me like, did well, didn't they? One of my dogs, Lex, he is wonderful with the ball. And we be playing. We don't play it all the time, because they don't tell me what toy. How many people got a dog that comes to with a little you trying to watch the telly? It's there. Yeah? Now speak to me. And people say, oh, get the ball and throw it. It'll wear out soon. And then when the dog's had enough, it takes the ball and goes away, yeah? So the dog said, when, what game, how long, and it's won the trophy. And then you go, well, I've shown it. Yeah, but you're an idiot. I have had it where dogs have come and they've put the ball, put it up. But actually, when with Lex, I'll say to him, fetch the ball, and he always does this, he's got it to a T, and I'm going to film this, and I'll put it on the website so you can actually see it. I will call him to me, and he'll stand about from that chair to me, and he goes, and he throws it. And it'll come there, and I go, nah. And he'll rush up and pick it up, and he'll throw it again. And he can actually throw it at my feet. And that's great, because as long as I have to move, because this is another thing that we'll talk about with separation, with status, like movement creates submissiveness. If you can make another move, you're actually showing that you're in charge. I mean, the Queen, God bless her, you know when she knights people, she doesn't pop around their house, does she? She only does that. So it is a case of, I mean it. And with one of my dogs, Jake, I'd always, when we play ball, it was just his way of challenging me, like Tony said, just a test of his skills today. Throw the ball, and he would bring it and drop it 10 feet from me to the left. And I go, come on, sweetheart. See, it's just instinctive. Come on, darling. This dog's dead now. I had the most amazing life with him. He was wonderful. I can't bring him back, but I can hold those memories. And he used to drop it about 5 feet in front, and I'd go, and he'd just grab it and bring it to me quickly, because he didn't want me to go any further, so I got away from him. And good boy. And then we played ball, and it was fine. They will challenge you, it's subtle. Don't look for big, dramatic things from them. They can be very, very subtle. They want that leader who, when they feel that their world is going to fall apart, will go, I'm the decision maker. And when you step up to the plate, now you've got food, the hunt, we talked about that, danger. I mean, how many people here feel they could honestly... See, I'm not asking you to yell at them. How many people here feel they could honestly go to their dog, thank you? I mean it. It's easy, isn't it? That's the beauty of it. So with anything that worries a dog, that frightens them, they think they're going to die, step up to the plate. Make them feel good. Remember, it's either the angels playing Skittles or Granddad wanting a glass of wine. Okay, I'll be back over Tony for status. Is he there? Have I lost him? He knows what's being said. He's heard it before. Say, don't do this at home. Don't do it on their website. Or you see them getting bitten and all the rest of the stuff. I've only ever been bitten once by a dog, and that was my own. And it was when she was hit by a car. The car actually mounted the pavement and hit her. And when I went to put my hands in to help her, she bit into my hand. The car had dislocated her hip. So I know what a bite is like with the pain there. I've been bit by a horse. That's not funny either. So, you know, but in the job you don't have to be. I talked about my dog listening colleagues. Now, to be a dog listener, I'm looking for people whose head, mouth and heart say the same thing. People come to me and they say, oh yeah, I love what you do. Yeah, I'm a dog listener. Yeah. Look at these people. They are special. They're special to me. And their numbers are growing all the time. Why? Because it works. What we're proving to you and everybody else is, it's not me. There's nothing special about me at all. When people come up to me and say, oh, you know, I think you're wonderful. You don't know me. You might just tell me, think, what a rat bag. You know, but what you love is what I do. Because you can do this. But like with your dog, my job is to make you want to. I can't make you. Remember that with your dog. I'm coming to your reasoning. What's in it for me? I want to see your dogs happy, but I've got to get through you. Okay? So the status I want to give over to Helen. Okay? Do you want to come and do this?